Hey there, everybody. This is your Stinkpot Shack Show, and I'm your host. That's right, it's me, Stinkpot. So, tonight is Art of Conquest. We got a lot planned for you tonight, so I hope you're ready. Are you ready? Well, hop into our live chat. Let's get talking. If you're not comfortable with that, follow us on Twitter at Stink Shack Show. Since our last meeting, we now have a custom URL. You can find my channel by simply going to youtube.com/Stinkpot Studios. That URL was made possible by you guys. You brought it. You said, I love Stinkpot's videos. You hit that subscribe button. You watched those videos. However horrible they might have been, you still watched them. And I'm going to be thankful for that. Because this is your Stinkpot Shack Show. So, prop up your feet. Gather around. We're about to get started. Before we get into Art of Conquest, though, let's talk about something that happened earlier today. I hope you guys don't mind, but we're going to pop on over to Clash of Clans just for a little bit. Just for about 1 or 2 minutes. I hope that's okay with you guys. Please keep watching. I still love that graphic. Wow. So, what happened was, I finally got something. We had our Clash of Clans night, and we didn't get it that night, but today I finally got it. It is the 2017 Halloween Obstacle. Now, Stinkpot, if you're gonna do this, you can't rage out. Alright, we're done raging. So, let's get back to calm. Let's get back to quiet. This obstacle I'm particularly fond of. Now, last year, they introduced what was called the Scary Pumpkin. Look at it. I'm looking at it right now. When you tap on it, it goes, la la. So I get it. It's funny. I can appreciate humor. But why call it the Scary Pumpkin? It makes no sense. It's more like a Venus flytrap disguised as a pumpkin. But it's not really scary. Look, that lady, she's just walking over to that piece of cake right now. It could have snatched her right up, and she didn't care. Because she wasn't scared of it. Huh. I don't understand why it's scary. But, hey, I'm not on the development team. I don't get a say in what to name these particular Halloween obstacles. But this year's, I'm really proud of. The 2017 Stinkpot. Alright, we got it. Got a hold on it. What I like about this obstacle is you can turn off all your lights. You can gaze right into that eye socket, and you might just see something different. Do it now. Go ahead. See that pulsating, evil, ominous glow? That's the best part about it, guys. Those little moments of detail they put in their games is what I can appreciate the most. Yeah, it may not be Halloween related, but it looks more like a dragon skull, and I can't quite make out what those flowers are. Maybe they're baby pumpkins. Maybe they're baby peaches. I don't really know. Maybe they're just sliced carrots. Maybe if he had ate more carrots, he would have actual eyeballs. with better eyesight. He might even have skin. He might even still be alive. But no, we can only savor the skull that remains on the ground in a bed of lettuce. Well, guys, I've talked long enough. This is your Stinkpot Shack show. Let's get started.
Coming at you live from Stinkpot Studios, it's the Stinkpot Shack Show.
Welcome! Hello there, Mike. You thought you could get rid of me so easily, did you? Alright, guys, enough of that. So, we are here for Art of Conquest Thursday night. Hope you guys enjoyed that little intro. I mainly wanted to do that. The U.S. has released thousands of documents related to JFK's assassination. Goodness, what are we going to do with that? So, I mainly wanted to do a little longer intro video tonight because I wanted to give you guys all time to get in here, pop up your feet, get situated, get some popcorn, get some food, whatever you guys do to enjoy our video tonight. And as you might know, Thursday night is Art of Conquest night, so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So how's everybody doing tonight? We have Mike here, we have Svetoslav. Is that how you say your name, Svet? Or is it just Sveto for short? Mike the Bicycle was first, so he punked all of you guys, and he was able to get in here first, so thank you, Michael the Bicycle. Michael the Bicycle, one question for you. I think you have a YouTube channel yourself, so if you could send me your channel details, I'll be happy to check that out. I think you asked about that a few weeks ago, so you know, if anybody else out there is a YouTube creator, just pop over the details to me, and I'll be happy to check you out because I do appreciate you checking me out here on the Stinkpot Shack show. One new highlight for today we need to mention is last week we hit our 100 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. But finally I got a email from YouTube, and once that happened, then a couple more things were unlocked for me. So I now have a custom URL for this channel here. So you can always find us real easily by going to youtube.com/Stinkpot Studios. That's the quick and easy way to find us always here. So if you have been to my channel recently, or if you just check it out in general, I have an intro video that I've used, and I kind of just threw it up there because I made that video the Meet the Stinkpot video, if you've seen that. I made that like 2 or 3 years ago before I even had a YouTube channel. You know, people in my clan, Late for Supper, always been talking about, hey, Stinkpot, you should do a YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. But I made that video instead, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, and now I kind of just use it as a placeholder for the new subscribers. That's kind of the first welcome to the channel video they're going to see. But I need to replace it because it's getting pretty stale, and it mainly just talks about Clash of Clans, and we do more than just Clash of Clans here. So I want that video to really showcase what this channel is all about. So if you have highlights, if you have video or memories or whatever you want to do, whatever you think describes this channel the best, you know, let me know. Either comments here or join us on Twitter at Stink Shack Show is my handle over there. Let's just get the discussion going because I want to always create content that's going to be accessible to our viewers and that's enjoyable by our viewers. So if I'm not doing a good job there, just let me know. So, hey Zoid, welcome to the channel. We also have Adam the Gamer in the house. Adam the Gamer, whose brother? Of course Mike enjoys Clash Royale, and there goes my chair again. Of course Mike enjoys Clash Royale night, because that's where he gets to demolish everybody. So, JM Tenney, congrats my friend, you are our newest subscriber. I think you joined us yesterday, and I, got the pop-up notification on my phone, so, definitely appreciate having you here. So, yeah, just a good night tonight. We're going to be talking about Art of Conquest. If you do not know my schedule yet, then Tuesdays we're here with Clash of Clans and Clash Royale with a double feature, back-to-back episodes. Tonight is always Art of Conquest, and Sunday I still don't know what I'm going to do. Last week we did Diablo 3, and that was the first time I've done it on the PS4, and it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted. So if I do another PS4 game this week, I'm going to have to link it up to my Elgato card so I can still have this format that I have with this overlay that I got now, and still have a PS4 game in the viewing. I think that's going to turn out better than what I tried to do last week, because I only got like 19 views off that Diablo 3 video, so I definitely need to improve the quality of that. And yes, Zoid, Battlefront PS4 is going to be the eventual placeholder for our Sunday night show, but that doesn't start till November the 19th, because the game launches on November the 17th, and if you have a pre-order, you'll have 3 days early access to that. I pre-ordered the first Battlefront, and I only got like, I think, one weapon was the perk you got from that, so I'm going to hold off on pre-ordering this time, and I'm just going to buy it when it comes out on the 17th. So that means the Sunday after that, which is the 19th, will be our first Battlefront 2 night here on the Stinkpot Shack Show. So like Mike said, please subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified whenever we go live, and just get to know us in our community. So let's get started. I've talked long enough about that. So what happened recently in Art of Conquest is they have now dropped update 1.15.6. Now we're going to talk about a couple things what that means. So let's head on over to patch notes and see what that really means for everybody. You can find this at forum.lilithgame.com is the official forums for Art of Conquest. It's not my forum, so I'm kind of just showing you guys these patch notes here. So the first thing it says is equipment recycling event, and both this and the troops recycling event only last until November the 1st. So that's, let's see, Halloween is Tuesday, so that'll be next Wednesday will be the last time you'll be able to recycle these items. And what it means is if you have heroes Elena, Avalon, or Virion, and you have certain equipment that they have equipped right now, then what you can do is you can exchange that equipment for some resources. Same thing with the troop recycling event, and resources spent on disbanded troops will be returned to the player. So let me first show what that means. So we'll go into equipment recycling event first, and because I have the hero Virion, so let's go to our hero Virion, and what he has on here is 4 epic items and 2 rare items. So what this recycling event means is if you look here, if you look at the main screen, oops, sorry. If you look at the main screen, there's nothing really different, okay? What we're looking at right underneath my power in the top left. See where it says 271.8K? That's the area we're focusing on. Right underneath it, there's nothing there right now. So when I go to my Virion hero or my Elena or my Avalon and unequip any item actually, okay, remove that item, and now we go back to our main screen. And look, we have that shield icon, which that seems to be a bug, because the first time you come to this screen, you'll see that icon is over on top of the 271.8K. But watch this. If I open up my menu and go back, look, it miraculously, it did last time anyway, it will eventually move. Let me go to another menu and come back out. Okay, I guess it doesn't move at all. Earlier, when I was rehearsing this icon moved below that power meter, so I still think that's a bug. It should not be on top of. You see that there it goes. So I guess I had to go to my home and then come back out, and now the icon is right where it should be. So that's a QA fail to the QA department at Lilith Games. You guys need to pay attention to that bug, get that sucker fixed for us, because you don't want it to be on top of the power. So anyway, back to the equipment recycling. You tap on this item, and the item I removed is now listed there, and it shows below it what resources you're going to get back if you convert it. So you can see at the top, you may convert the equipment below into gold, Lunari, or alchemy stones. So that's what this one is offering, is 100 alchemy stones. And so what you need to decide is the equipment you have on these particular heroes. Is that, like in this case, is 100 alchemy stones worth it to me to get rid of this item? Or is this an easy, can I get another one of these items back easily? Or is it going to take some considerable effort that the 100 alchemy stones may not be able to provide to me? So that's all the equipment recycling is. And, if I don't want it, I can go straight back into my heroes and throw that sucker back on. So that's what I will do, because 100 alchemy stones is hardly anything. That's like 2 transmutes worth of equipment there. So put it back on, and there's the Halloween Virion. Look, his power is 666. If you're superstitious, it might be a bad number for you, but that's how it is for now. So Virion is our Paladin of Evil, or what is it called in WoW? The Death Knight? Something like that. I don't know. Anywho, so there we have it. And that is the equipment recycling thing. And for the troop recycling, all that means is I can't show you that now, but if I disbanded before the event, in my inventory, it would have refunded something to me. So can't really show that one. So back to the patch notes we go. If you guys have any questions on that, let me know. I know Mike won't have any questions because he doesn't like this game, but oh well, I do appreciate him stopping by anyway. So the next one is race balance adjustments, and the only ones I'm really going to focus on is what I am. I'm a dwarf, so there's really only one change for dwarves, and that is the mech suit, mech walker, battle mech, slightly increased attack and hit points. Yay. Big improvement. What I really need is update to help me get through the void level or stage 31, because I've been stuck on that for like 3 weeks now, and I keep upgrading my army, I keep doing everything I can think of, and I just cannot get past that stage because I'm all about perfection. So I can easily defeat it, but I need to get that perfect rating so I get that extra reward, and that's where I'm having trouble tonight, is getting to that extra reward. So alright, so the there's just a couple more improvements or patch notes to talk about, and that's the Void Mirror, and that's the fixed auto proceed function lags. So I can simulate that for you guys. So we'll head on over to the Void Mirror real quick once my game reloads. And Void Mirror we go. So how you guys doing? Is it a good night? You guys ready for the weekend? Any special plans? I'm gearing up for Halloween, as you might expect. And I'm also gearing up for a scavenger hunt that I am helping organize with Peaches at work. So that'll be, yeah, my next week is really busy. So unfortunately, next Tuesday's Halloween, so I'll have a pre-recorded video for that. Next Thursday is going to be our company's scavenger hunt. So I'm going to have another pre-recorded video for that. So sorry to hear that, or tell you guys that, but basically Tuesdays and Thursdays is going to be pre-recorded, and Sundays is going to be live. So Zoid's got Georgia, Florida tickets. If you're familiar with the Southeast region, the Georgia, Florida game is probably the more important to those people in that area than the Super Bowl is. So I remember watching the Jacksonville news down there every year it was put on. I never went to any of those games, but every time I watched the news about that game, someone got stabbed. So take care of yourself, Zoid. There's a lot of crazy people that hang around the stadium afterwards. So don't pull Bruce Wayne's parents and have a tragedy on our hands. We need you to come back to our channel next week. So good luck at the game, though. I hope Florida kicks Georgia's butt, but probably not going to happen because Georgia's got an awesome team this year. But so here we are at the Void. Let's pop in. So there we have it. So what this fix means is I'm already at the second level of the Void, so I'll try to simulate it. Yeah, I can simulate it. if I can find my way. Oh, it won't let me go that way. So let me get all the way. Oh, it's going this way. I'm blind. Tap, tap, tap it in. Tap, 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 taparoo. So that's good enough. So what happened before the update is you would hit this proceed button, and this is another bug. I don't know what devices you guys play on, but I play on iOS iPhone, and Peaches plays on Samsung S7, I believe. And as she showed me this, on her version of this game, there is no proceed button at all. Let me get my ticker kind of out of the way so you guys can see the proceed button better. So that proceed button on that particular Android phone is not there at all. So if you are rocking an Android phone and you don't see this proceed button, throw it in there in the live chat, because I'm curious if it's just her phone or if it's all Android devices. So anywho, what was happening before this update is you would hit proceed, and as your horse went along the entire route, it would kind of lag out, because you would see a whole trail of loot coming in behind you, and it would just lag out at some point. So what they did is they took out that lag. So now when you hit the proceed button, all that loot won't slow you down, won't lag your game down. And I mean, obviously you didn't see the loot because I've already collected it for today. But that's what happened. So that was just another minor fix that they did to that proceed button. And then if we go back to our patch notes, equipment, adjusted equipment, cooldown time cannot exceed 1 hour. So what that means is before the update, whenever you took items off of your heroes, you'd have to wait a considerably long amount of time before you could put a different item right back on it. So now they have reduced that time to not exceed 1 hour, so you're not waiting hours just to re-equip your hero, which I don't even know why there's a timer to begin with. I'm sure there's some strategic answer to that, but I haven't figured that out yet. And then troops, Berserker, Thane, Viking, disband price has been adjusted. So just a small update for the game, but it's one that's highly needed. And the one that everybody is talking about is the server merge. They mentioned it was coming a month or so ago, seems like a month ago, but since then we haven't heard any word about the server merge. I'm sure it's a tall task for the development team, and I would not be surprised if it was next year before the server merge actually hits. So until then, I'm going to enjoy the peacetime right here on Area 51, because you can tell that people are getting bored with the game, because we are in the Skarn Kingdom and we control the entire server. But you can see every time I come back this week, more and more territories are being lost, and no one's picking them up at all. So we have a lot of unclaimed territory in our Area 51, and we just don't have enough people in our kingdom to hold them all. So we're slowly losing things, and when we slowly lose territory, you slowly lose all those escort missions that are tied to it and all those resource points. So it might not be a problem in the future, but it's certainly a growing problem that I'm not particularly fond of. But I'm only one person. I can't hold everything, because I hold down. I'm the Duke of Griffenhold. I've been holding that down, and I don't really hold it down. It's just we haven't been attacked, so good news for me. So what are we doing here tonight, guys? We talked about crafting the last 2 weeks, and so I just want to focus on some tips that you guys can do. And one thing I wanted to showcase, I won't be able to show it to you because on my watch, because there's just too much glare, so you can see the glare. So, but actually, if you have an Apple Watch, I'm not promoting this product by any means. I'm just letting you guys know that there is an app for Art of Conquest on your Apple Watch, and all it allows you to do is to launch the app and collect your resources that you would normally collect if you go to your actual stronghold. When I tap this elixir here, when I tap this gold here and this lumber, that's the functionality that the Apple Watch app does. So not much there, and it's kind of quirky because it only seems to work when you're actually logged into the game, which defeats the whole purpose of it, but it's an app. It's another marketing tool for them, and what they need to change it to is they need to allow it to sync up to your game, whether you're logged into it on your phone or not, and collect those resources. That would be a good start for an Apple Watch app. But, you know, it's just a gimmick for now. But take it. If you don't like it, don't use it. I have it, and I use it rarely. Because, like I said, you have to be logged in. And what's the point of, if I'm going to be logged in, I might as well just tap right here on the screen instead of loading up my Apple Watch app. But, anywho, that's it. So we're going to, you know, like last week we showed our spreadsheet. We showed how you can be efficient with your gear and heroes. And now tonight what I'm going to show you is how do you be efficient with your missions and your quests. So let's go ahead and check that out. And let me find a good quest here. So what I have been doing up until this point on my quest is I have been just, you know, for the sake of time, I'll just show you what I've been doing. So we'll pick the very last one. We'll head on over and we'll do this escort mission. Or not escort mission, but it's a battle mission, whatever they're called. What are they called? I don't know. Dungeon mission? I don't know. This one is a quest, and we'll get mediocre loot for it. So we'll just wait for our guy to get over there, or girl. Where'd you go, Mike? You still here? I bet he left already. He's probably Clash Royale and kicking somebody's butt in the clan and whatnot. So if you are interested in our Clash of Clans or Clash Royale community, you can find us at Late for Supper. It's all one word. Just search for it. And if you can't find it, then you're just going to have to hit that subscribe button, and then we can get in contact with you there. So appreciate all the support up until this point. And now what we're trying to do is get 10,000 views across all our videos in order to get to the next level of service that YouTube has to offer. So in order to become an official YouTube channel, I need 10,000 views across all our videos. So start bonus time and Clash of Clans, no biggie. So there we have it. We should almost be to this quest now. I can feel it in my bones. We're getting there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action! And I was a couple seconds off. Okay, so here we go. We're going into battle, and you can see these are level 7 Lich Army. So we'll go in here, and so what I have been doing prior to what I'm about to show you is I've just been going in here rocking the biggest, baddest army I can muster. Throw them all in here and hit that fight button, and I just do my best to completely pulverize the enemy with everything I got. We'll just throw a scourge out there, get them real crazy going, and just obliterate this Lich army like they are nobody's business, and just clean them out of my way. Get out of my way, you silly Lich. Get out of here. I don't care about your poison spiders. I don't care about your poison breath. You guys are going down, and I'm going to take you down in 5 quick seconds, maybe 10, maybe 15, whatever, but you're dead. And the goal here is to not have any casualties. So if I have any casualties or even any injuries, I'm going to hit that retry button, and I'm going to reorganize my army until I can go casualty free. And as you can see, when I have that pulverizing army that I use, it's, you know, no one really gets hurt. So we'll just collect our rewards, and you can see all the XP is distributed across all the heroes that I use for battle. So each hero in this case got 3,800 XP. Remember that. Each hero in this case got 3,800 XP. So then we hit OK, collect our rewards, and we move on. So what I'm saying tonight now, what I'm going to show you guys next, is how to be more efficient doing that. So let's pick one at the bottom of the list because it's going to be close to where I currently am. And so we'll just pick this next one, I guess. So we'll go on over here and see what we can. And then this might take us a few tries, but we'll just see how it goes. So in order to be efficient with these quests is because the name of this game is all about conserving your energy. And last week we talked about how you can go craft some items, and if they have the weapon class, then I highly suggest you make the Lunar Dagger, or you can make the Herculean Claymore. And what both of those weapons do is it provides your max energy limit plus 5. So if the name of the game is all about energy conservation, then if you can hold more energy, that would be great too, because you only accumulate 1 energy every 2 hours. And you can see right now I got Rufio at 3, I got Avril at 5, Vega at 6, Virion at 4, Gazul at 6, Grimm's at 11, and Mako at a whopping 106, and that's only that high because last week we did the XP grind where I took all my XP cards, threw it into Mako, and every time your hero levels, they get more energy. So we took Mako from level 1 to 23 in last week's video, and so that's why he has all that energy there. So the premise is to save as much energy as you can, conserve it, which will allow you to do more of these quests and just do more of everything. If you're out of quest, you can come over here and do all these piles of stuff. So actually we'll start there. So, oh no, we're not. Those are level 9. So we'll go back here, and these are level 5. Okay, much better. So how do you be more conservative? How do you be more efficient with your energy? Well, one thing is every hero you put on this battlefield here, you see it's ticking right above their head. It says -1. So one good way to do it is to use as little heroes as possible, because if you put 6 heroes out there, that's going to be 6 energy. If you use 1 hero out there, it's going to be 1 energy. Big savings, right? So what I tend to do in these situations is I try to get away with 1 hero if I can. So that's what we're going to start off with. And I also start off with a hero that has either high energy or low energy. Typically you want to start with the high energy people, and I'm not going to use Mako because he has an incredible amount of energy. So we're going to go next with Grimm's. He has 11 energy, and you can see when I have 1 hero out there that only grants you 2 item or troop slots. So I'm going to put 1 tank out here. This is my gold mech unit army. It has a force field, so it's the most tankiest unit in game across all the races because of that force field ability. It basically has the ability to shield itself and take crazy damage, but on offense it really doesn't do a whole lot. So if you play Clash of Clans, it's mainly your golem. So and to complement that, I'm going to need some firepower. So let's bring in my gold Rocketeer guys. And I don't know if this troop placement is going to work. I can probably tell you that these spell people over here and these spell people over here are going to converge and come in around these mech units and get to my hero. But how damaging they will be, I don't know. So we're just going to get this party started and see if we can't hold off this entire army with just 1 hero to conserve some energy. And when I can see things going bad, I can use my fire off ability, which will obliterate a whole bunch of them in a couple of good hits. And that's how you do it, guys. You instead of using 1 hero, or 6 heroes I mean, I'm only using 1. And I'm pretty sure no one died, but we'll know here in a minute. So now we just have the towers to take care of, and that's it. So you know, I'm getting pretty good with this droid army, except droid, not Star Wars Stinkpot. So we had no injuries, so that's going to be a clean battle, and we can hit okay. Look, so look at this. In that last battle, we had 6 heroes spread across everything, and they only got 3,800 XP. But when you use 1 hero and 1 energy, look at that XP gain, 22,000 just for 1 hero. So this is also an efficient way to level your heroes if you can do that. If you can get away with just using 1 hero, that's going to be obviously your best way of doing it. So that's what we try to do when we do our quest here. Be as efficient as possible and make your energy last a long time. So we're going to go ahead and try another one. And I don't know what the more you do these quests, they'll roll around, you'll get to repeat them, but the more you do them, the better the rewards get, and the harder they become, because you can see the difference in stars. That's basically the difficulty rating of the quest. So this bottom one here has 5.5 stars, and the one above it has 6 stars. So we're going to stick with the 5.5 stars and just try what we did again. And this time I won't have to set up my army since we just used it. We'll just hit recent and oh wait, that's a escort mission, so we don't want that. Let's go back to the bottom. So let's try this 6-star one. It might have, let's see, it'll probably have like level 6 or 7 troops, but we'll see how that goes. So got live chat's pretty quiet tonight. You guys not feeling Art of Conquest tonight? What's going on? So here we go. Ooh, level 8, 7, and 8 troops. That probably ain't going to work for one hero, so let's try a different one. Let me skill it back to my home base, and we'll be closer, so I won't have to travel as far. I don't really use this recall ability anymore, so now that all the enemies have been eradicated. So yeah, that's it. So let's go get some, oops, not that one. Abandoned Temple. It's the Abandoned Temple, everybody. Here on your Stinkpot Shack Show. We're going down here to the Georgia-Florida line to watch this great football game, actually. It's probably a horrible accent. Zoid probably is just lowering his head and turning off his channel so he doesn't have to watch me anymore. But that's okay, because I'm here for you guys. So we'll just keep marching on. So here we go into this next battle. And they have level 6. So the last one was level 5, and this one's level 6. So let's just give it a shot, see what happens. It's pretty much the same army composition as before the last one, except they're one level higher. So let's see if we can't take them out. Take them out, take them out, take them out. And I have 2 abilities on this army. The Overload will create my mech units, make the force field stronger, and just overload their attacks. And then if I still feel uneasy about it, I can use that far off ability to quickly dispatch the rest of them. So hopefully no one dies. Looks like those mech units are about half dead. I don't know if any of the Rocketeers died, but my hero is still alive and well. So it looks like I did alright, but we won't really know until we see this victory screen here. Once again, so now I know with one hero, at least for the Lich army, I can take on some level 6 troops with one hero. So look at that, XP gain 23,000. So in 2 battles, my hero has gained 45,000 XP. That is a crazy amount. So, and I got an energy potion back. So now we're even. Instead of 2 energy on the last 2 battles, I've only used 1. Or actually, I'm actually in a positive because 1 energy potion will give you 5 energy. So I've only used 2, so I'm still +3 positive on my energy trade-off if I needed to use that potion. So that is some pretty good efficiency, Stinkpot. Well, thank you, sir. Well, thank you. So let's see. That is how you be efficient. And the escort missions is the only other type of quest you can do. Probably the most efficient way you can do escort missions is to do multiples at a time, but that's high risk, high reward. The high reward is you save a lot of time, and the high risk is if it can be robbed, because you can only escort 1 at a time. So if you have 10 going and 9 of them get robbed, is that really being efficient? Maybe it is for you, but it's not for me. So I try to always escort mine single-handedly. And another thing you can do is send off 2 or 3 at a time. And if those don't get robbed, then try another set and just keep, testing the waters that way. But the moment you start getting robbed, I suggest you start escorting them personally so you can make sure that they get there. And if your power is at least, I would say at this point in the game, 200k or higher, for the most part, people are not going to try to duel you. But they will try to duel you because they think you're inactive or not paying attention to the screen, and then they'll try to snipe it away from you. But 9 times out of 10, when someone does duel me when I'm escorting, I'll go into the duel sequence with them, and before the battle starts, they bolt because they really didn't want to duel in the first place. They were just testing to see if you were active or not. So, do we have any questions so far? I'm gonna go ahead and do a bit of crafting while I'm waiting to see what we can do next. To see auto select, I have all green items, so let's get that underway. Collect, collect, collect. Trying to save up my alchemy stones there because what I'm working on for this character is, oops, I totally hit all the wrong buttons here. Told you I didn't want to show crafting, but I'm a crafting enthusiast, so I just at least want to show you what I'm working on. I'm working on creating the legendary tome called the Dreamweave Chronicle. Now, you can see there's a hefty requirement for it. I need one of my heroes to have 35 magic and 18 stamina. So Gazul is going to be my most likely candidate. And, you know, when I say the requirement, it doesn't mean that that item is for Gazul. It just means that in order to craft it, you need someone with those stats in order to make it. So he has 34 magic, but only 10 stamina. So I need to go back to my spreadsheet that I showed you guys last week and see how I can scrounge up 8 stamina from somewhere. I haven't figured it out yet, but I haven't really taken a good look at it. So once I can do that, then I can craft that. And let me go back and show you what the rewards of that will net me. So at that point, all my heroes will get 10% more experience from battles. So that kind of contradicts what I just showed you on the efficiency, because once I put this on my character, then I'll want a whole bunch of heroes in battle because each one of them will get 10% more XP if they're in the battle. So once I get that made, I'm going to have to kind of be efficient as best I can on, you know, which heroes I take in to kind of benefit from this stat here. And the effect does not stack, so you can't make this item multiple times and get like 100% XP gain. That's just not how it's going to work. So that's what I'm currently crafting, or in the works of trying to craft. So it costs a lot of alchemy stones because that's a legendary item. Blah blah blah. And there's some guy's name. I don't want to show that on the video. Some people just don't name the names kill me sometimes. But anywho, you can rewind once this replay becomes available if you want to check that name out. But that's it. Are you guys using these markets and stuff? I don't really use them a whole lot anymore because, like I said, there's no competitive edge on this particular server right now. We gotta await the server merge to really see what's going to happen. So tonight, what we've been talking about is the update notes for 1.15.6. What are your comments? What are your feedback on that? And we talked about how you can be efficient with quests and efficient with your heroes. So JM Tenney, you used them to buy more blood diamonds. Yes, that's a good point there, JM. So like in my case, I make a lot of mech units, and my mech units, like the gold, cost 338 mithril. So basically, I use these markets as a resource trading center, and you can see a lot of them have been sold. But you know, you can kind of, some of these items, like if that gold, you know, some of these piles might be mithril, and I would have to spend some blood diamonds or spend some gold or spend something else. So you can kind of trade resources there by doing it that way. So how do you like the Rack and Race, JM Tenney? I meant eventually I'm going to move on over to the Rack and Race, but I want to get back to doing a good review of this Dwarf Race before I move on. But that's a few videos down the road. But so you need lots of blood diamonds as a Racken. Silver Dragons cost 450 mithril. Mithril seems to be the highest commodity item in the game across all races apparently. my Rocketeers use the crystals, so that's what I have the most of. If I go look at my army right now, you can see those Rocketeer guys. I have the most of them at the moment. So I have 8 gold, but then I have 48 silvers here. I got 8 level 9, and then 40 level 8s there. So that's the majority of my army right now, because I'm going to go back into the void. JM Tinny, how far are you into the void? What stage are you working on right now? Are you working on perfection, or are you just trying to get as high as you can and you don't care about the perfection? So racking our elixir hogs, huh? So I'm currently on stage 31, and this is my arch nemesis. So that's why I've been creating these Rocketeers to try and just increase my DPS, because I watched a video of the humans race doing it, and they took all archers and were able to complete this in 15 minutes. But I'm not able to do that. So if I put in, like, that's the army I've showed you guys just a minute ago. But the problem with this army is I have these mech units in here, and these mech units are just designed to be tank machines. They don't put out a lot of damage, but they can protect the rest of your army. But in this case, I don't really care about protecting the rest of my army. So I have this army here that I use that is real heavy, with the rifle guys up front, and then the rest of the army is all my Rocketeer guys. So, and then I just have these little piddly archer troops in the back, because I didn't have anything else to really fill up with, because and then my heroes are in the back as well. So perfection 3. So how did you beat stage 31 then? Because I really need help. Let me show you one run of it. So I have what I think is my highest DPS units out here, but even, you know, I'm just not cutting through these first 2 lines fast enough. And even if I use my fire off ability to do some quick damage, the problem is I do not get to these 4 mech units in time. So by the time I kill that main army, all my time is pretty much gone. And see, as soon as I start engaging that first mech unit is when I run out of time. So so I need Jock, huh? Get loans from your house? That's a good idea. I could definitely try that one. What does Jock do? I heard he's overpowered at the moment. Can bring 3 loaned units into the void. Does the loaned units count towards my troop total? Can I go over the 14 that I'm allowed? Interesting. Well, I think I got lucky, so let's take a look real quick. I think I have, yes, I have Jacques right there in my shop. You think it's worth a $10 investment to get through this level? Peaches, are you watching? What do you think? What if I do get Jock? Is it his abilities that make him overpowered, or is it the equipment? I really wish I could buy him with just Lenari, because I have 8,300 Lenari, and I really don't want to buy anything else with my Lenari. I've been saving like a hoarder. So you had Elena, you transferred to Jacques when they introduced that. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing on this last patch. Jacques is so overpowered now. Peaches, you have 30 seconds to tell me no, otherwise I'm buying that sucker, because I need to get past this Void 31. I put every XP card and every stat card. That's what I did last week. I did that on this streaming channel, but I did that with Mako because we power leveled him. So I got him up to level 23 now. So is he not going to be effective until I can get him into the 20s as well? Okay, tell me. Give me that disclaimer. I do need, because I don't want to waste $10, that's for sure. Is he getting nerfed? Okay. So maybe I'll hold off. Because I've seen... Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? That's what I do not like about the heroes. Because I have heroes... Let me get out the void so I can show you. Some of my heroes... Let's see, who is it? I think it's Grimm's. Abilities. Yeah, reload ammunition. I don't take this ability because it costs another energy. So I don't know why they have abilities that cost energy. I mean, it's bad enough you have to use one energy just to get into battle, but it just adds insult to injury when I have to use additional energy just to use abilities that they have, whereas the other heroes, you don't need to use energy. So that's one thing I wish they would fix. And so, wow, I don't know if I want to spend a $10 investment if I have to use 4 energy every time I deploy him. And let's take a look at his set, or his items here. So let's see, he has the, so yeah, he doesn't even have 2 weapon slots. So I have 1 item in here that gives his energy limit +5. But I will not be able to do to him like I do to Rufio, where he has +10. To the energy, and I know that stacks because I tested that. So Rufio is +10 because of those 2 swords. So but yeah, it sucks I can't do that. Oh, Grimm's does, or sorry, Jacques. Yeah, let me look at Jacques. I can see him through here if I go over far enough. And he's a mechanist, I believe, isn't he? Where's he at? Did I pass him? Yeah, mechanist, weapon slot. So yeah, with him I could do the +10 to energy. So that would help, but still, now when you say 4 energy to deploy him, is that 4 energy plus 1 energy to get on the battlefield for a total of 5, or 1 to get on the battlefield and 3 for abilities? One plus 2, so okay, that makes better sense. Man, that's insane though. But so okay, for now I'll just let it go, and because I've seen Jacques in the shop many times, so I'll just keep trying to upgrade my army, and then if I can't get it figured out, then maybe next time around he shows up in the shop, I'll go ahead and buy him. But you know, I think after I buy this first one, the next one is going to be like $50 or some crazy crap. So I'm only planning on buying 1 ever. If you're yeah, well, I don't really know if I'm close, because by the time I get to those last 4 mech units, it takes me at least another 5 to 10 seconds to take them out. So I'll try to, yeah, I got some people in my, let's see, what's my highest guy here? 567 is the highest guy in our house. So him, or my house leader, Peaches, even has 336k. So yeah, I should be able to get some good loans from people. I know Peaches might have some golden archers, but I killed her golden archers last time she gave them to me, so I don't know if she's going to be willing to let me do that. But I'll definitely try that before I go ahead and buy another hero. So thank you very much, JM Tenney, for that good piece of information. I really enjoyed the feedback, because I've only been doing this a couple of months, and a lot of times I just talk to myself, so it's good to have someone to talk to, and I appreciate that. Yeah, every day the void resets, ask for a loan, zone into the void, zone out in return. You keep them for a full day even after returning. Yes, I did notice that, because yesterday, I believe, I was making an army to go into the void, but I had already started the void, so the army I made after I already went in wasn't available to me in the void until the next day, because whatever army you have when you initially go into the void, that's what you got for the 20 hours, so that's another good tip to be mindful of. You take what you initially go in with, nothing more, nothing less. So, but the good news about the void is you don't have to worry about losing any army in there, and I'm guessing that's the same way with the lone troops. Even if they die in the void, I'm not going to lose them. I hope. I don't think I would, but that's how that works. So, alright. So, yep, you don't lose them. Thank you for that confirmation. So, like I said, tonight has been all about efficiency. So we did some heroes, we did some that, and then the last 2 weeks we went over crafting. So whatever you guys are interested in seeing, we can do that next week. Another bug that Peaches showed me on her Android device is on her map. Her and I have both completed all of the bosses, and you can tell there's no bosses available on my map anywhere. But on hers, even though she's defeated this guy right here, there's a dragon right up in between Lupindale and Quebec, I believe. She still has the icon for her dragon. So earlier this week, she hit that dragon, she went over there, and even though she's beat him already, she's collected loot already, she went over there, and the loot piles were back. So if you have an Android device, definitely check that out, because there might be some loot just sitting there waiting for you. But she collected it a second time, and we watched it add to her total, so it definitely gave her that loot. But no matter what she does, the boss icon will not go away, even though she has defeated it. So that's another bug to be mindful of, more like an exploit, I guess, because that's definitely not intended to be able to collect that reward twice. But she has and it's only done that for 2 of the bosses. It didn't do that for all of the dragon bosses that are out there. But I was kind of jealous at that point, because she got 2 rounds of loot for that. And I only got the initial one, so. But I'll gladly keep my iPhone over a Samsung device. But I won't get into that battle. So there we have it. That's going to wrap us up for the night, guys. I hope you enjoyed everything that we had to provide. The intro, if you like the intro video, that's what I'm going to start calling my monologue. I'm going to try to do something different with it every time. And just for the first 5 minutes of the video, I'm going to do something like that, some kind of monologue, just to allow time for people to get in here and see what we're all about before I actually get into the content for that night. So if you like or dislike that monologue, let me know in the comments when this video is published. In about 30 minutes from now, it should be online and available to the public. So if not, feel free to find us on Twitter at Stink Shack Show. We are here every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Sunday, we are doing a mystery game. Not sure what we're going to be doing yet. Probably going to be on the PS4. But we'll just see what happens then. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So if you have questions or comments, keep us informed. Join our line chat app if you want to get involved with our Late for Supper clans. But as for now, we are signing off. This has been your Stinkpot Shack Show. I am Stinkpot. See you guys later.